Have you ever felt like there's not enough hours in the day to get everything you need to get done? Yeah, me too. If you are a college student who struggles with time management, this video is for you. I'm Tina Gartelis, success coach at Pima Community College, and this is Success Made Simpler. I've worked with thousands of college students and professionals over the years. Time is finite, time is a container, and we can't add more time. We can only reduce the thing. People underestimate the amount of time things are going to take them. I've been guilty of it too, right? I work full time. I'm a single parent. I have dreams and goals like this YouTube channel. What changed my mindset was starting to look at time differently. I used to think I had all the time in the world, but then I started thinking very realistically and practically about time. I want you to realize that time is a container. You have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which gives you 168 hours a week to play with. And that means that we can't do it all. We've got to prioritize what are the top things, the big rocks that we have to make sure get done. The number one thing that I see students miss with time management is that they're not time blocking, they're not prioritizing when they are going to study and work on homework outside of class. What are your big rocks? And one of those big rocks should be, when are you going to work on homework? Now, some people will tell you to have a regimented 5 a.m. to midnight, hour by hour plan 7 days a week. If you vibe with that really regimented schedule, go for it. But I'm here to tell you that might have worked for me 20 years ago when I had nothing going on but school. Now, as a single parent, now as someone who works full time, I can't do regimented. And I had a friend who had regimented his schedule to the point where he gave himself 3 minutes to go to the bathroom and he scheduled it. No joke. That did not go well. And he is not doing that now. What I suggest is a loose weekly system where you put in those big rocks, those top priorities into your weekly systems. Get into a routine every week where you're doing the same thing, because that is less cognitive load. That is easier on your brain, and it starts to help you build really great habits. Don't just think about when you're going to study, think about where you're going to study. Some people can study in their room and they're effective, but a lot of people are distracted by their phone, their family, notifications, noise. So figure out where you study best. That might be staying in the learning center on campus, going to the library. I used to study in the third floor of our library, which was a silent room. And I liked that because I knew that I could totally focus. When I was in my dorm room, it was loud and it was hard for me to study. There's no right or wrong, but think about where to study. So for the classes that are most challenging for you each semester, I want you to be strategic and drive your success by having a support team. CEOs have a board of directors. Why shouldn't we? Embed your support team in your weekly system. And every semester, that support team will look different. I have a student who's in college algebra and they're really nervous about that. We're looking at the instructor's office hours and we're plopping that time onto their schedule. We're looking at when tutors are available for that class, and we're making sure they've got time in their schedule for that. We're talking about how can they be on the lookout for other people in the class who are engaged and hardworking to form a study team or to have a study buddy. I want you to think about the class that is the most challenging for you, that does not come naturally. That might be reading, writing, that might be math, it might be science, right? There's no right or wrong. Find your flavor. Everybody's different. You may want to embed going to tutoring every week for that challenging class, spending time with your instructor's office hours. For me, it would probably be science, reasoning, or math. Those were always my weakest ones. And I had to work extra hard at those. You're not going to get time management right the first time. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you do it. This is an ongoing thing. I want you to see it as an experiment. Give it a go. Take a week or two, see how you do, and then reflect, debrief with yourself or a friend on what worked well and what you need to do differently. You might need to be thinking about your power hours. Are you more of a night person or a morning person? If you tried studying at night and it didn't go well, maybe try studying in the morning. If you tried studying on 2 days when you didn't have classes, but you realized you'd forgotten everything about math, Maybe you need to start studying right after your math class. Maybe you need to start studying with a tutor. There's no right or wrong here. The hardest person you will ever lead is yourself. And perhaps one of the hardest things you will ever have to manage about yourself is your time management skills. I want you to realize you are the CEO of your life and you can drive your own success. You need to get strategic starting now about how to drive your success when it comes to time management, because this is something that whether you are a college student, a early career professional, a mid-career, or a leader, we all have to master time management. So today we've talked about some time management tricks that can help you be realistic about your time and create a weekly system to get results. Every semester, that weekly system will look a little bit different. You'll have a different support team, you'll have different classes, you'll have different hours. But the longer that you do this, the more you are building the habit of realistically forecasting your time and setting you up for success to focus on the highest priorities. So thank you for joining. If this was valuable, feel free to like or subscribe. If it wasn't, that's okay too. I'm just glad that you stayed till the end. Keep it simple and talk soon.